Hello and welcome to a retro refurb. I haven't done one of these in a little while. Actually, I think was it the Genesis? I think that was the last one I did. I might be wrong, but I'm pretty sure that's the last one I did. But this one's gonna be a little bit different. It's not gonna have all the fancy editing. It's just gonna be like a chill type video, you know? But this, I was like, you know what? This would be a perfect candidate for a retro refurb. It doesn't need a lot of restoration. Basically, the DVD drive in it has gone bad, which is, according to my brother, very common because he's replaced it, he said, like 3 or 4 times. So the story of this machine, first off, it's a Power Mac G4, known as the Sawtooth model. I'm not sure why. Maybe it has something to do with like, there's like plastic ridges underneath. I'm not sure. I'm not sure why it's called that, but this has been in my family since 1999. This was my uncle's work computer at one point, and then he gave it to my older brother, who then gave it to my parents after their Windows XP computer died. They kept it for like a couple of years. And then what did they do? Oh, they got like a Windows 7 computer, and we always just kind of kept it. We never got rid of it. Mainly because I didn't want to get rid of it, because I'm a hoarder, according to some people. But I really like this machine. It's nice, and I really only want it for one reason, as of now anyways, and that's to play Harry Potter and the Sorcerer's Stone. I don't know if this will actually focus. There we go. You're probably like, Harry Potter, why? It's a fun game. I can also play like Zubinis, and I can do a lot of really cool things with this, which we'll take a look at, but playing Harry Potter is one of the main reasons. I did have, let me see if I can grab it real quick. I had because the DVD drive in this has been out for a while, like years and years, but I did have just a DVD drive, and it works good. It works okay. It's just a little slow because it's USB, and I'm pretty sure this only has USB 1.0 or maybe 2.0 if I'm lucky. So it's not as fast as obviously as the DVD drive. But this, like I said, has been in my family for a while, and we're basically just gonna replace the DVD drive. Like I said, figure why not do it? It's pretty simple, and we can just talk and we can chill. So I will be replacing it with this unit right here that I got off of eBay. It's a Pioneer. The one that's in here is a Pioneer. It's a different model, but Pioneer usually makes pretty good ones. This is the model, in case you're wondering. I'm not sure how well that's going to focus. I don't know the exact specs, but I got this and it was very, very dirty. So last night I took it apart, I cleaned it. I didn't want to bore you guys with that because I really didn't know how to take it apart. So I was just like, let me just do it off camera, and it was extremely dusty. The picture that you're looking at is, so there's like felt behind the drive door right here, and it's supposed to be like gray, and it was yellow. And there was just crazy amounts of dust. But I cleaned it, lubed everything up, cleaned the laser, and I did test it, so it does work, so I'm not worried about that. But yeah, let me actually just show you guys around this lovely Power Mac G4. All right, so starting up at the front, like I said, you have the DVD drive. Sometimes I think this originally came with just CD drive. When it was upgraded to DVD drive, you have a zip drive, pretty cool. And then, I'm not sure what these are. I'm not sure what these are, but it does have a built-in speaker, which is, I'm not sure if you can tell, very dusty. But, you know, you got the power, which is cool. It's a heavy computer too. On this side, this is actually how you open it. This little latch, which I'll show you. The other side, there's really nothing. Ooh. And then over here, we have the I/O. So, what does it have? Well, it has 2 Firewire ports. Here, let's see if I can zoom in a little bit more for you guys. I think that's that's all this lens zooms in. So we have 2 Firewire ports. I think they're, trying to think, because I think my brother might have upgraded I think he said he upgraded the motherboard. So it's either 400 or 800. You got Ethernet, which is cool. It does have a spot for a modem, but there's no modem. 2 USB ports, and then you got a mic input, and you got volume. You might notice over here, you're like, oh, there's 2 plugs. I gotta move some stuff. So this one right here is where you actually plug the computer in, and this is where you would actually plug the monitor in. We did have a matching CRT monitor that went with this. However, it went kaput. it literally pretty much exploded. You would turn it on, and you would just hear it go zzz, and like it just kept doing that, and then it started smoking one day, and I was like, we should probably get rid of it. So, and then you can't really see it. I'll lift it up a little bit, but this wire, that's my mic. Right here we have the graphics. So it has a ETI graphics, which is, I think, became AMD or AMD bought them out. I'm not sure. But we have a DVI, S-Video, and VGA. So there are more expansion slots, but that's pretty much it. This is basically, just like that base model, which is cool. And yeah, so I'm not sure. Did I already say the specs of this? I don't think I did. Oh, my mic wire is stuck. Okay, so like I said, I'm not sure if I said it or not already, but it is a PowerMac G4, which obviously is what I said it was. But it has a 1.2 or a 1.4 gigahertz processor, 2 gigs of RAM, and it also has 2 gigs of, or no, not 2 gigs. It has 2 hard drives. One is 128. I think the other is 40 or 60. They both still work, and it's currently running 10.5, I think. Yeah, 10.5. It's running Leopard, so it's an older. Well, in the grand scheme of things, it's the last operating system that a G4, I believe, can run. But it's still it runs pretty well. So yeah, let's just go ahead, let's open it, and let's see if I can show you guys some cool things. All right, and like I said, this is the side that you open it. The other side basically just looks like this, but doesn't have the latch. All you have to do for these is you just pull this, and then you just pull it down. It's a little squeaky, but here is the meat and potatoes of the board. So I'll try to move you guys in a little bit, maybe even get a little bit more. I'll zoom out. So it's a little dusty. I did already clear out most of the dust last night, but right here we have the RAM. Like I said, 2 gigs, which is a very, very good amount. We have the G4 processor right here with the heat sink. This is the graphics card, which is cool. I did notice this right here. Again, my camera can't zoom in that much. It looks like it has a Firewire port. I'm not entirely sure what that is. If you might know what it is, definitely let me know. I'm gonna go ahead and move this back up. Then back there, again, you can't really see it, but right here is the hard drives. So like I said, there's 2 of them. And then this assembly right here is the zip drive and the DVD drive, power supply, and then there's a cooling fan right down there. So my main focus is just gonna be this right here. Again, we do have to open it. It's actually very simple to open. Like I said, or not open, but to take out. It's pretty simple. And yeah, so let's just go ahead and do it. All right, so to open it, you basically you just need Phillips, just a relatively small Phillips screwdriver. But there's also 2 tabs over here to get it out, because you would think you would just, plop it out, but you can't. You actually, there's a front panel right here that you actually have to take off. It's pretty simple. There's 2 tabs. I'm not sure how well you're gonna be able to see it, but there's one right here and then one like right here. They're just plastic and they just kind of pop out. So let me put that down. Put that down. I'll put a screwdriver right there. So basically, like I said, there's 2 tabs. You just press them in. And then you see that just kind of pulls out. You just kind of lift it back a little and it just pops right out. So this is just a little cover. Like I said, that's where the disk drive is. The zip drive. I'm not sure how well you can see that. But yeah, so it's just those. And I am going to close this real quick. There's 2 screws on the front that you basically just take out. So I'm just going to close this super quick. And then here, I'll zoom out a little bit for you guys. Just turn that around. Oh, little close, sorry. And then, yeah, so like I said, here's what it's gonna look like. Zoom in as much as I can. There we go. So, like I said, there's 2, one right there, you just take it out, and this whole unit actually just slides right out, which is pretty cool. So I'm just going to take these out. There is, so this, in case you're wondering, it's an IDE drive. So if you ever have one of these and you're like, oh man, I need a replacement. I'm not sure if all IDE drives, I don't know why I'm having a hard time saying that. I'm not sure if all of them will just work. But you know, I'll put the model number of this one and the one that I have, or the replacement one. But I think, you can also just look at, like, there's a bunch of websites that have it listed. So that's it. So I took those 2 out, and then I'm gonna turn it around and pop it open. And then, like I said, there's 2 connectors. There's the power cable and the IDE cable that you have to unplug. I actually have the zip drive unplugged. I don't use it, so I just leave it unplugged. So yeah, so let me zoom back out for you guys, and then I'm just gonna turn this around, lift it up, and then you just kind of pop that down. And then there is a little, make sure I can actually see what I'm talking about. Zoom in just a little bit. So this whole unit, like I said, it does just kind of slide out. So it just kind of slides out. You have to wiggle it a little bit. This did originally have like double-sided sticky tape on one of the cables for some reason. I'm not sure why, but there's 2 connectors. One right there. Again, that's the IDE, so I'm just gonna put that down. And then behind it is one for power. It's kind of a pain to get to. I can pull it out just a little bit more. Oh god. It's a pain. It's tight. That's what she said. Oh, there we go. Okay. And then there's, like I said, there's a little sleeve right here, or not sleeve, a little RF shield rather. And this just kind of pops off. It's kind of a pain, but it does come off. And then this whole unit just slides right out. And here it is. Oh, get my mic cable out of here. So here's the whole assembly. And from here, it's actually pretty straightforward. There's only 4 screws on the bottom. You just take it out, slide in the new one, and that's it. But here's the connector. So, like I said, IDE. Why am I having such a hard time saying that? IDE right here. And then this is the DC. And it just plugs right in. And it just kind of works. So, same thing with the zip drive, IDE, power cable. It works. So yeah, so I'm just gonna unscrew this, and then I'm going to take this one and just do a little swap-a-roo. like I said, all you really need is just, if you're just trying to swap out the DVD drive or the disk drive, you just need just a Phillips, which is super nice. And like I said, there's 4, just kind of holding it in. Oh, I think this one's actually too big. So you might need 2 different sizes. This one's just like a super weird one. I don't know if it'll focus. It's like kind of weird, kind of flat. Shoot. Okay, let me just grab, all my bits are on the other side of the room, so let me just grab those real quick. Should hopefully work. I'm pretty sure it will. So I'll just kind of set that over here. I just got a little smaller one. Like I said, this should fit, and it does. Perfect. So I was actually considering just buying an iMac G4, because for one, those are like my favorite ones. If you don't know what those are, it looks like this. That's on the screen, which is pretty cool. That's what my uncle had. Well, he had this one. He also had a G3 iMac, and then he got the G4 iMac, and the G4 is actually what I played Harry Potter on, which it's a fun game. Like, I mentioned it in the pickup video that I got it in, or that I showed it off in. It's a fun game. Like, it's different than the console ones, at least different from the PS1 version. It's just a really fun game. Mouse and keyboard, fun. And then this, it just kind of, you just push it from the back and it just slides right out. But yeah, so, you know, they got me that. I'm pretty sure I talked about it when I first got it, but they got me that because they were playing Wolfenstein. And they're like, I think that's going to be a little too, not mature, but a little too difficult for you. I got to make sure I put this in right. I put it in upside down the other day, or yesterday rather, and it did not fit. Or it did not fit correctly, which would be why. Okay. And then, yep, so it lines up perfectly, so I'm just going to screw that back in. And, yeah, so Harry Potter was out at the time. So I'm like, okay, well, I guess I'll play that. And sure enough, no, I played it, and I thought it was great. It follows more along the lines of the book. I mean, it's obviously different than the book because it's a game. I'm a little burpy. But yeah, it was just so much fun. And I was like, oh, I really want it. Like, I'm pretty sure my aunt and uncle still have that copy of it, which is cool. I did notice this one does seem to be a little bit shorter. So hopefully that won't be a problem. I don't think it will, but when I tested it the other day, yesterday, I don't know why I keep saying, it was really last night. I didn't put it in here. I just kind of loosely placed it in there, which is not ideal. Do not recommend doing that, but I just wanted to make sure that it did work because I bought it off of eBay, which the guy had, it was like, the starting bid was like $11 or best offer. So I'm like, all right, would you take 9 for it? And he came back at 20. I'm like, no. And then I waited till like the last day, there was no bids, and I ended up getting it for $11 anyways. So I was like, all right, whatever. But yeah, so that's pretty much it. But yeah, so they, what was I talking about? Harry Potter. So the Harry Potter game, maybe I'll show a little bit of gameplay. It's also on PC as well. It was just fun. Like, obviously it's going to be a little bit different than the actual books and the movies, because it's a game. It's a pretty short game. I think you can beat it in like 3 hours, but it's really fun. Like, I had a blast playing it, and I played it before, but I was running into, like I said, some issues. I think it had a lot to do with the USB disk drive that I was using. So that's why I was like, you know what, let me just replace it and all that good stuff. But yeah, so that's good to go in. Where did I put that RF shield? Yeah, so this is the little RF shield that kind of goes on the back. I don't know if I'm going to keep this on. So there is a certain way. So if you look, there's like arrows. So that basically just means it goes on top and it just kind of slides in. Yeah, I don't know if that'll actually fit because it's kind of recessed back in there. We'll see. If anything, I'll just take that little cover off. All right, so also if you hear like weird mechanical sounds, that's actually just my lens. I'm using one of the lenses that I found at a thrift store for a couple bucks. I think it was like 40 bucks. Okay, let's see. And then, like I said, this just kind of slides right in, and then this just plugs right in. Sorry, you're not gonna be able to really see, but that's okay. Hopefully this fits in just fine. Oh, it does. Fits in perfect. Okay, cool. And then power fits in perfectly. Okay, cool. Like I said, I'm not plugging in like the zip drive or anything like that because I don't use it. And then that's basically about it. I mean, besides, I mean, I can close this up and just put the screws in up top. So what I can also do with this, I don't know how many people that watch me are into like older Macs and stuff like that. I could put, I think I have a Jaguar disk, and since I have a second hard drive in here, I could install Jaguar onto that hard drive, and I could do something like that. I was gonna say I could put 9.2 on it, but I would have to install Jaguar and then install 9.2 from there. But I have like two machines already that have 9.2. I have my iMac G3, and then I have a G3 iBook, which originally came with Jaguar. Was that 10.2 or is that 10.4? I don't know. It's one of those that still supports classic. So I could do something like that, but it's like, do I want to? Not really. Only because, like I said, I do have two machines already that can do classic Mac, I guess what you would call it. But yeah, let me go ahead. Let me just kind of crunch down here. Then now you guys can actually see. Oh, I just realized this is. It looks reversed for some reason. Oh, there we go. that kind of freaked me out. My camera was showing the DVD logo backwards. I'm like, wait a minute. Did I do something? I did not have it pushed back far enough. So, okay, cool. And then, like I said, just these two, and then that panel just kind of snaps right in, and then I can go ahead and test it and make sure it's still working. Yeah, I really wish I still had, you know, the monitor that went with this, because it was a good looking monitor. It was basically like a G3 iMac, but with legs. Like it was kind of cool, kind of cool. All right, so that should be good. And then, like I said, this just kind of pops in. So there's two little tabs right here, which you just kind of slide it in, and then you just kind of slightly push those tabs in, and it just goes right in, which is super nice. It's super kind of stupid. I don't even know what I said. It sounded like I said stupid. But yeah, this just kind of pushes down, you know, and it comes out. I hope that's not gonna affect the. Oh, that might be why he took that out. I think it should be fine. It should be fine. So yeah, let's go ahead. I'm gonna actually hook it up to a 32-inch 4K LG display because it has DVI and I have a DVI to HDMI cable. So let me go get all that set up and we'll go ahead and we will try it out. All right, so we are on cell phone vision. So let's go ahead. Like I said, I have it hooked up DVI to HDMI, ignore my very messy desk, to this lovely 4K monitor. Will it run? Startup boom. So I don't have any external speakers hooked up. I just have this. I think I might already have Harry Potter in here. I don't think I took it out last night when I was testing it. I might be wrong. Oh, here it goes. Okay, so it is starting up. You can see no other computer. I do have to use this lovely thing and this lovely mouse. Not ideal. Eventually, I will get a proper mouse and keyboard for this, or I could just get a USB extension cable, because my plan is to keep it in there. I'm gonna make some holes back there for ventilation, make it a little bit easier. But yeah, so it's booting up. It does take a hot minute to boot up. No mechanical drives, older operating system, bigger display. It'll go blue for a couple seconds, and then I should kick back on. Hopefully I don't run into any issues like I was yesterday, where the operating system was just randomly quitting. Here we go. Okay, cool. So we do have the mouse, we have everything. It's looking good. It's still loading. We got the menu bar, and okay, so I did leave Harry Potter in there. Yeah, I took the battery out, so that's fine. I do want to see. So the keyboard doesn't have like an eject button, so I'm just gonna go up to. I don't even know if you guys can see that. But basically, right there, eject. Oh, yes. Eject Harry Potter. And then let's see. Oh, it did not eject. I think it has something to do with this power button. Or oh. Uh-oh. Well, that's not good. I think that might be why he had to, or he had this. Why is this not coming out now? Come on. Come on. Work lightly. Okay, so what I'm gonna do, I think it's catching on this, so this does just kind of slide out. So I'm gonna really quick pop this off, just see if that helps. Okay, so I popped this off. It's not hard. You just kind of lift up from the bottom, and then just to release those couple small little tabs, and then it just slides right off. So I'm going to. I might have to also take out the eject button, but I'm not super worried about that. And, okay, so that just kind of slides in super easily. Hopefully, I can eject it. I'm just waiting for it to load. Oh, go back over here. So I did get a new chair also. Uh-oh. Okay, there it goes. And then I'm just gonna click on eject Harry Potter. Let's see. See, I think it's just the disk drive itself. Oh, that opened. Okay, so it might be the eject button. So I might have to take out the eject button, which is, I mean, that would explain why it was out. I think the door is actually hitting it. I wonder if I just take this off, actually. I'm gonna try that. Hold on, gotta put this down. Okay, spoiler, I cannot take this off. I think it's just kind of broke. But I'll later, oh, you guys can see it. Later, I'll just have to pop out that eject button, which should be fine. As you guys can hear, it is pretty noisy. But Harry Potter is showing up, so that is a groovy. So this is actually running at, where's my mouse? Oh, it's all the way over here. Make this a little bit bigger. Yeah, I know my desk is a mess. Where's my cursor? There it is. About this big. So as you can see, 1.4 gigahertz PowerPC G4, 2 gigs of RAM, 120 SSD, or not SSD, hard drive. And then I do have, if I go back, I think if I click on more info, this Untitled right here. I can just open that up. This is what I have Harry Potter installed on. And like I said, this is like 60 gigs or something. But let's start up Harry Potter. Like I said, the only sound is gonna be from the actual computer itself, but it loads very, very fast. Before, it would take at least a minute to load. Hi mom, EA Games. So I think I'm running this all at high settings, and it looks pretty good. I mean, for a processor that came out, forever ago, it kind of admit this looks pretty good. So I'll just go to options. Sure, the resolution's only at this, but I think first. So yeah, it's how it happens. So it quit. That's fine. Let's go ahead. Let's relaunch it. Again, it's not perfect. I'll most likely have to, I don't think thermal paste has been applied to this since at least like 07. So I'll have to do that. Kind of redo stuff like that. But let me go back to options. Okay, so I don't think it's gonna. Yeah, I think it's more of an issue with the display. So, like I said, running at high, brightness, all that good stuff. Escape. Should do start. And then, oh no, why does it keep quitting? Uh-oh. Well, that's gonna be a problem for another day. It keeps unexpectedly quitting. Ignore. Let me try one more time. Oh boy. So I might have to fix this. I might have to lower the settings. It was running on high pretty well, but I might have to, since I was fiddling around, I'll just drop some of the settings back. No big deal. It is a pretty noisy machine. You probably hear the fan. It might be pretty loud. So let me. I'll just put that at medium. I'll put that at medium. That should be fine. Let's start game. Load game. There we go. And that's what it is. So, like I said, it's a fun game. I know this video isn't about Harry Potter, but it kind of is. Indirectly, it's about Harry Potter. So that's gonna do it. So I'll kind of, like I said, it doesn't look too bad. There's a little bit of tearing and dithering and all that fun stuff, but it's not bad. So, but that's gonna do it for this video. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you enjoyed it, definitely give me a thumbs up and subscribe, and I'll catch you guys later. Peace.